Well, yeah, so actually the literature suggests that the mitochondria may be damaged, but what that does in small doses actually is it tickles the antioxidant pathways in the acceptor cell types, and it creates a little bit of oxidative stress that allows the cell to basically boost its antioxidant capacity so that it's better conditioned to deal with a more severe oxidative stress load.
Mhm.
And this is a concept sometimes referred to as mitohormesis.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a little touch of oxidative stress is actually beneficial.
Right. So a little bit of a stressor induces a beneficial effect because it's inducing sort of anti-stress, or in this case, antioxidant pathways that will be net beneficial. But then at some point, you can have too much of that stress, and the antioxidant capabilities can't keep up with it. So this could
Right.
be good at a sufficiently low dose.
Exactly. And so we think it may actually be a way for cells to communicate with each other on an inter-organ
Hmm.
level. The adipocyte has a really unique point of view on the metabolic status of an animal system. They
Yeah.
get to see all of the lipid biology that occurs in a way that no other cell type does.
Hmm.
And I just think that it's intriguing that perhaps the adipocyte is telling other cell types like cardiomyocytes in the heart about the metabolic status of the adipocyte using its mitochondria.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. So I guess there's multiple. I'm guessing we don't know all the details here, but I can immediately sort of reinterpret the first observation in a potentially different way now. So if these adipocytes are just sort of giving off mitochondria at some baseline rate, maybe that can change under different conditions. One hypothesis is, oh, they're getting rid of mitochondria that are a problem, and that's why they go to macrophages to get rid of them, and that's basically what's happening there at baseline. Another way to think about this, I suppose, would be that they're just giving them off at a constant background rate to advertise the metabolic status that they have, whatever that may be. And in the case where certain lipids inhibit their destruction by macrophages and their transfer to macrophages, that could mean say there's now a metabolic problem in the adipocyte, and it does not want it destroyed by a macrophage because it wants other cells to know what's going on so they can react and adapt to that, or something of that nature.
exactly. Exactly. Yes.
And so talk a little bit more about the dietary fat composition that induced this lack of transfer to macrophages.
Yeah. So what we figured out was that it's actually the dietary long chain fatty acids that are found in lard. So the high fat diet that we typically use is lard based.
Mm-hmm. And
Um,
what are those specific fatty acids?
so the main fatty acids in lard are palmitic acid, stearic acid, oleic acid, and linoleic acid.
Mm-hmm.
These are saturated and monounsaturated and polyunsaturated fatty acids. They have a longer carbon length. And what we figured out is that if they are in the diet specifically,